Happy Friday evening. I hope time is going happy with you people. You know what? Today I'm here to share about a special story of my life. I believe everyone's life is full of stories. Everyone's life is giving them the inspiration of real sense from their own life. We don't really need to see the others to be inspired all the time. Even we can be inspired by seeing ourselves, please. Alright, so if I talk about the truth, you know what? The main fact which has healed me so much is called one statement, and that's called tragedy begets transformation. It was when I was in university life, first time when I got admitted in Begums University, people called me in one word, unsocial product. It sounds silly, but it was kindly true, because perhaps I wasn't so much comfortable mixing up with people. So that was the problem for me, to mix up with people, to adapt the intelligence and the things, coping up the situations around. That was a great problem for me. But later on, I worked so hard on it. You know what? And that particular ground, I was alienated, because in the new class there becomes grouping, teams, and I was completely alienated because people were not treating me as so friendly, and that time I was so frustrated and disappointed. Later on, what I did exactly, I thought I should have been gone out of this situation. Then I started thinking to do something much more productive, and that time I seriously engaged in organizations in the university. Like I worked in cultural organizations, social organizations, skills development based organizations, debate organizations. Ultimately, I found out, really, if you ask me right now what's the successful chapter in your varsity life, I would say in one word, organizations. So I figure at that moment, if I were not in that problem, people are calling me unsocial product, if I were not hearing all those silly sounds from around my surroundings, perhaps I would not get the pressure from my willingness or from my instinction or from my heart to work much more positively in a growing productive field. Then I turned myself working in the organizations, and it worked out. I personally right now figure out that these organizations have given me so many things, and I believe it has worked. So particularly at that moment, that particular vibe, like called the tragedy, begins somehow in transformation, and I feel better working in the organizations. So if I had not got those tragedies, perhaps I would not engage in organizations, which seems to be a greater family to me. Well, and the last thing, I will not take too much time, it's about your patience, right? You are so patient that still you're hearing my lectures, might be silly lectures. Okay, my last point is about very common, that's called emotional feelings. Love and loss. Is there anybody who can say, someone, whoever you are not anytime, you haven't fallen in love or something like that, attraction? It works naturally. So it's about natural feelings to be fallen in love, or whatever you say. Usually what we say, love comes so slowly, but it goes too fast. So at that moment, if you are in emotional feelings to somebody, wherever you are, at that moment, what's important, you should not really focus on that particular feelings. That if you are in love, then things like so much wonderful, the full light comes in your life. And when you lost the love, it happens like all the glowingness and all the lights goes out, and you become so shadow, you become so troublesome area. So it happens for most of the people, including me, I guess including you too. Okay, so it happens for emotional feelings, the same thing works. So if you are in tragedy, it can be begate, it can be transformed into something good. So that's about the thing which I have learned from life. I personally believe these tragedies have taught me so much well, and I have learned it, and I have taken the learning in my life. I personally believe, even if you are in some sorts of tragedies, if you are in tragedies, if you are in problems, if you are in something which is unbearable, untold, so much problematic in your life, you can transform it. What you have to do, you have to believe in yourself. I do believe you believe in yourself, and you can seriously transform your tragedies into something good. Thank you.